My name is Desmond, and I welcome you to my lesson for today, where we will be looking at mathematics. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, please do allow me to say it is very much important that I say it is very, very much important because honorable members or members who are honorable. What I'm about to say, it's massively, 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 massively. Hey, massively important, ladies and gentlemen, that I say a day without learning something new, it's a day wasted. By so saying, like uNkulunkulu libandla, please do make sure that by the end of each and every lesson that I conduct, you learn something new. Very, very much important, honorable members, on that one. So, in today's lesson, we are going to once and for all do these things called solving for X and Y. Remember, guys, when it comes to YouTube lessons, the YouTube live lessons are meant to refresh our minds. It's only when it comes to the Zoom lessons where you guys are able to directly engage, ask questions, and all of that. But one thing for sure, what we are doing now, it's something that we've already done before. It could be that we did not just focus on this one topic. So let me just write there to say solve X and Y simultaneously. I'm going to start with this one being 2x that is being added to, that is being added to x, and this is equals to 1. And then again, you've got your x squared where you are plusing y squared, and you plus 3xy that you are also plusing it with a y, and all of this, it is equated to 0. Obviously, what we are given, we can therefore consider that as equation number 1, that as equation number 2. So guys, I am begging you to also work it out on your side. If not, please just look for what I'm going to be doing, just in case if I've got some mistakes, then you'll be able to notice those immediately. So now let's see. Obviously, what we might need to do, it is to make either x or y the subject of the formula. I think it's going to be easier for us to make x the subject of the formula. So that means we're going to have x, which is equals to 1, we minus 2y. And this will therefore be our equation number 3. Obviously, you are going to take this equation number 3 and substitute it into equation number 2. So that means everywhere you see x, you are going to substitute all of this. So very quickly, let's do that. So that means I might need to find a different marker there. Let me try this one and see. So that means I can substitute 1 minus 2y and then say squared. Remember, I've substituted it there. Plus y squared plus we have, let's say, 3y. Obviously, we have 1 minus 2y. You must plus that with y. All of that can be equated to 0. So that means everywhere where it was supposed to be x, I've substituted with 1 minus 2y. Mapula letswalo is present. Okay, guys, please make sure to mark the register. You just click on the like button and then you just say present. So that's how I know who has joined, and there might be those who are not able to comment, but they are able to see. It is still fine, honorable members. You just click on the like button, and that will be enough. So remember guys, today just want to fully focus on the solve for x and y. Hopefully I will make those mistakes that you guys will learn from. So now let's see. I might need to do two of the same thing. Remember, a squared would mean two of the same thing. Obviously, I still have that plus y squared, and then that by that, that by that. So we've got plus 3y minus, obviously 3 times 2, that is 6. You've got a y squared that you must plus it with y, and then all of this, it is equals to 0. So now let's see. Obviously, that by that, it's equals to 1. That by that will be equals to 2y. That by that minus 2y. That by that will be positive 4y squared. You've got y squared being that one there. And again, you can say you've got your 3y minus 6y squared plus y is equals to 0. Guys, you might need to remember that you always focus on where the brackets are in order to remove the brackets. So now we are at a situation where we need to make use of our knowledge related to algebra. So we have that, we have that, we have that. 3 of those are for the y squared. So let's see, it's like we have, this and that, it is 5y squared minus that, it's like you have negative 1y squared. It's like if you say 4 plus 1 is 5 minus 6, it gives you negative invisible 1y squared. And then now you can do these ones of the y's. So let's see, it's like you've got a negative 2 is negative 4. This and that, it's already positive 4. So it's like that will cancel with those, because 3 plus 1 is 4. And then you've got negative 4. And then negative 4 plus 4, it ends up being 0. That is why I'm saying those, they cancel each other out. So it looks like what we are remaining with, it is just that positive 1 over there. Obviously, you don't want a negative y, but what you can do, it is to therefore say you've got a, what is it? You change the signs of each term, meaning that becomes positive, that becomes negative, and that is equated to 0. I am just wondering if this can be factorized into y, and then we can say 1, 1, and then we can have a negative there, and then we can have a plus there, where we're going to say y, it is equals to positive 1, or y, it is equals to negative 1. Then, in terms of calculating x, we are therefore going to substitute our y value there, where we set x is equals to 1 minus 2y, meaning you have 1 minus 2 into 1, which ends up being negative 1. And then on this side, so negative 1 because it's 1 minus 2. So on this side, it means we have that, maybe let me write it as y, and then substitute the negative 1 in there, and then that and that, it makes it positive. So it's like 1 positive 2, it becomes 3. Guys, I would like for you to take a screenshot of that just so that when you redo all of that, at least you know what the answers are and you can check if I've made any mistakes. So that means the answers that we are having, where x it is equals to -1, its corresponding y value it is that. Where x it is 3, its corresponding y value it is -1. So those are the coordinates that we are having. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want to check with you guys if you notice any mistake there. So let us see. Mapula present, Leah Tracy, Ntokozo Shabalala, Gereha Erho, Ali Medzi we've got Avuyile Mulunguza, Mulunguza. Tafara, that is Tafara. Mtafafa. Okay, Asandiswa is there. Asandiswa Madiwane. Molete, that is Trench honorable members. We've got Anesu. Okay, there is Aria Betsui Khlowe. Justin, excellent. Augustine Ledwaba. Augustine. Okay, Ali got y which is equals to 1, and again y which is equals to 4/5. Just this. Guys, what are you getting there? Did I make a mistake somewhere, some way? Or the answers that I'm getting, are they the same as yours? Okay, trust me, honorable members, I just checked on the memo and it is confirmed that what I've done over there is correct. Hope you guys took some screenshots. So just make sure to verify and check if you might have made some mistakes somewhere. The Alice, it looks like your first answer is correct. You might have made a mistake somewhere in your calculations. So just make sure to verify that. Remember, guys, it's very easy to make a mistake in mathematics. Very easy. Okay, we've got x minus 2y, which is equals to -3. We also have xy, which is equals to 20 being 20. So all of this, we are having equation number en there, and then that one, it is our equation number 2. Oh yeah, I see my mistake. Goodest. So it remains your responsibility to derive equation number 3. So they will always give you two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2, and it remains your responsibility to derive equation number 3. How do you do that? You look at equation number 1 and 2 and you check which letter can easily be made the subject of the formula. That's what you do. So you see that x, it can be made the subject of the formula. Where you say x, it is equals to, you can take this 2y to the right side. It changes the sign, it becomes a positive, and then you've got -3 there. So that's how you derive your equation number 3. Why did you derive equation number 3? It's so that you can substitute it there into equation number 2. So remember, guys, whether you have xy, this thing is the same as yx. It doesn't matter what you started with, because at the end of the day, they are multiplying each other. So now, let us see what is it that we are supposed to be seeing. Let's see when I substitute. So that means one can still say you've got your 2y minus 3, and that is multiplying y, that is equals to 20. Avuyile Mlungulungu says is getting the same answer. Goodest. So remember, guys, you will therefore have to say that by that, that by that. So obviously, you will have 2y squared minus 3y. That will be equals to 20. Maybe let me take a shortcut and say you will take this 20 to the left side. It changes the sign. It becomes minus 20. And then what you might need to do is to factorize. You might need to factorize. So how are you going to factorize? Let me quickly try to check how can that be factorized. So very much important, honorable members, that you know how to factorize. Otherwise, so there are many ways in which you can factorize. You just make use of the method that you were taught in class regarding how to factorize. That that. Okay, according to my young sisters, we are going to have 4 minus, y minus 4 there, and then here we're going to have 2 y and then we are going to have positive 5 there. Yes. In short, what I'm saying is, if you had to factorize that, these are the factors that you are going to get. There are multiple ways in which you can work out this. You just make use of the method that was taught in class, or whichever method that you understand best. So that would mean, honorable members, you have your 2y plus 5, which is equals to 0. And again, you have your y minus 4, which is equals to 0. You take this to the other side, you end up having 2y, which is equals to negative 5. You divide both sides by 2 so that that cancels with that. Then you've got your y, which is equals to negative 5 over 2. Bese oqedele on that one. But remember, it is two things that you are calculating, x and y. So that means you just calculated the y value. So on this side, your y will therefore be equals to 4. So that means x still needs to be calculated. Obviously, your x will be 2 into, you just substitute your y value, you say minus 3. Remember, this is where I'm substituting on that equation number 3. So you punch all of this on your calculator. Trust me, that might cancel with that. Then negative 5, negative 3. You might find that you are having negative 8 over there. And then on this one, you substitute that. So you have your 2 there into your 4 there, you minus that. So that times that, it is 8 minus 3, and then you end up having your 5. So this is what I'm getting, honorable members. I'm not sure. Can you also take a screenshot of that one and then let me know if you guys are getting the same answers? So that means I'm getting the x value being negative 8 with its corresponding y value of that. And then for the second values, I'm getting 5. And then the y value, I'm getting 4. So let's see. What is it that you guys are getting on your side? As I chow maybe little the biltong ferme. Molete is getting the same answer. That is trench RSA. South Africa. The other honorable members, what is it that you are getting there? Okay. Just took a screenshot for myself. Guys, what is it that you are getting there on your side? Are we all getting the same answer? I'm about to move on to the next question now. Same answer, okay. And you guys might need to notice that these questions are allocated 6 marks. These questions are allocated 6 marks and they are doable. So that means you just need to make sure that you remember all this and you work it out, or you approach it the same way. Look at this one, honorable members. And all these questions are not coming out of my head, but these are exam type of question papers. So we've got y plus x, and this is being equated to 2. Remember, that will therefore be our equation number n. And then we have x squared, where we plus 3xy, and then we plus 8, and that is equals to 0. So that would mean this is therefore our equation number 2. That is our equation number 2. Yes, I've copied it correctly. The other big mistake that you can make is to not copy something correctly. So can you guys see? You have a choice, honorable members. You have a choice to make either y or x the subject of the formula. Can you guys comment in terms of what would you make the subject of the formula? Would you make y the subject of the formula, or would you make x the subject of the formula? You can just comment in the comment section and let me know. Let me quickly get myself a very nice cold glass of water. When I come back, I'll just be checking the comments to check what is it that you would make the subject of the formula. Let us see, let us see, let us see, let us see. Let us see, let us see, let us see. let's see. Okay, we've got Riabetsu X, Leatrice X, Augustine Y, X, Y, X, Y, X. Times you need exam tips. You are going to be lucky to give you one of the best tips that you need. This is how you choose honorable members. You don't choose something that you are going to substitute too many times. Guys, understand why I'm saying don't make X but make Y the subject of the formula. Let me show you. Because you're going to say y it's equals to that 2 minus x. This is therefore your equation number 3. So all that you do, you already have x squared plus, and then you just have your 3x into, you have what is it? Your 2 minus x plus 8, that is equals to 0. But imagine if you made y the subject of the formula. No, not y, but x. So you're going to have x, which is equals to 2 minus y. So you are going to substitute it there. 2 minus y squared there. And again, still there. So that means you have your 3y into 2 minus y, and then plus 8 equals to 0. So can you guys see? That means you are going to substitute it there where you still need to do that. You say that and that, that and that. You still need to do that by that. So for now, let me just write it as that, and then you still have that, you have that. So this one, it's a long dry. You are still going to get the correct answer, but it's a long dry. But look at when you compare, when you made x the subject of the formula versus when you made y the subject of the formula. So you don't want to make something that you will substitute it too many times when you make the subject of the formula. Does it make sense, honorable members? Do you guys understand why I'm saying y the subject of the formula and not x? Anesu, Justy, Asandeswa, all of you guys, do you understand why I'm saying you need to be careful when you choose? Yellow frostan of Nifrostan. Ek yellow frostan. Yes, that is the reason why. Some of you guys, I know you just made a guess. But in mathematics, sometimes you need not to guess, but to think about it, and you choose accordingly. But trust me, that type of a choice, you only think about it if you have been doing these things over and over again, because you tend to realize that sometimes they are long dry, sometimes they are shortcuts. So now you still have that plus, this is where you will say that by that, you will say that by that. So you've got your 6x minus, you've got your 3x there, you still have your plus 8 there, that is 0 there. And then you've got your x squared there, that minusing that, you've got your 3x, and then you plus that, this is equals to 0. What you therefore need to do, it is to factorize where you've got your x, you've got your x, again, one can say 5, not 5, what is it? A. Why is it like kuzobe nenkinga la? Happy I'm seeing 2 times that. Wait, guys. Did I not make a mistake? It looks like, yes, that and that has to be squared there. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Mapula Letswalo. Thank you very much, honorable member. Now I see my mistake. No, I can see the mistake fan May. Yes. So, very quickly, let's correct that. Yes, yes, I've got soldiers here, Mos. Um, yeah. This is proof that the honorable members is not sleeping in Palm. Okay, so obviously that and that, it ends up being negative 2x squared and then plus 6x and then plus 8. That can be equated to 0. So now we can divide by 2 everywhere. Everywhere by 2, not just 2 but negative 2. That will cancel with that. You've got your x squared, that and that. It makes it negative 3x. That and that makes it negative 4. Trust me, that and that, it remains as 0. So now you can easily and nicely factorize where you see you've got x, you've got 4, you've got 1. Trust me, the bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. So that means your x will end up being negative 1, or your x will end up being equals to 4. So now, obviously, it is the x and y that you must calculate. So now you go to equation number 3, you therefore substitute. Be careful to put that negative inside the brackets because it will end up giving you 3. Be very careful on that one. Otherwise, if not, you will definitely get it wrong. Minus, there it's 4, whether it's inside the brackets or not, it doesn't really matter that much. So I am very much confident that these are the two correct coordinates, where your x is negative 1, the corresponding y value it is 3, and then where the x value it is 4, the corresponding y value it is negative 2. So guys, are we getting the same answers on that one? Yebo no Matka, do you guys agree with that calculation, or have you got any objections, honorable members? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Okay. That is good, goodest. Okay. Let's then see if we can be able to work out this one. Remember, guys, today's lesson will therefore be a place to go in case if you want to revise simultaneous equations. Trust me, this might be our last lesson on simultaneous equations because it is being recorded and we are doing 6 marks worth of questions. So that means if you can be able to work out this, then it means any other simultaneous type of an equation, it should be an easy one to do. Okay, obviously what you are given, it is therefore being considered equation number 1. That one, this will be equation number 2. So now in this case, honorable members, you cannot choose. In this case, you cannot choose whether to make x or y. it makes it very much easier for you to make y the subject of the formula. Otherwise, if you try to make x, you end up having from equation number 1, you will obviously take that to the other. Now you need to divide by 4. So that and that. So you see, you end up having something which is a fraction. So in this case, it's not like you've got multiple choice, but you are forced to make y subject of the formula. It makes it very much easier. 2 minus 4x, and that becomes your equation number 3. So obviously you will take equation number 3 and substitute it into equation number 2. So let's see where we see y, we are going to substitute that. So that means you already have 4x that you plus it with 2 minus 4x that, and that is equals to 8. So you already have 4x plus, obviously, this is 2 of the same thing. Because of, for the sake of space, I will just do that and say 2 of the same thing. That being equals to 8. So we have 4x, you will say that times that, it makes it 4. That times that, it makes it negative 8x. That times that, it makes it negative 8x. That times that, it makes it positive as 16x, but squared, and you take 8 to the other side, it changes the sign, it becomes minus 8, and that can be equated to 0 because now you've got everything on the left. Okay, so now we've got a positive 16x squared. This, that, and that, they end up giving this is negative 16 plus 4, it becomes negative 12x. 4, and then that 8, it ends up being negative 4, then that is equals to 0. For some of these things, honorable members, you need to be having some brains in order to be able to work out these numbers. I think, can we not divide every term by 4? Just so that we know that there it becomes 4x squared, there is a 3x, and then there is 1. This is equals to 0. You just try to simplify it such that you've got those in their simplest form. So now let's see if we can factorize that. I'll start with this way factorizing and say that okay, as I factorize, I am getting x minus 1 there, and let's see the other factors. I'm getting a quarter. Yes, I'm getting a quarter, meaning 4x plus 1. Yes, this is what I'm getting. So obviously, you will take this, you equate it to 0, or you will take that, equate it to 0, And then obviously here you've got 4x negative 1, and then your x ends up being equals to negative a quarter, and then on this side your x equals to positive 1. So that means y will therefore be equals to 2 minus 4 into negative a quarter. This will cancel with that, negative will cancel with that. So you've got 2 that you're plusing it with 1, which is equals to 3. Then on this other side, you've got your y, you've got 2 minus 4 into that, and then it ends up being that. So guys, again, are you getting a different answer from what I'm getting, or are you guys getting the same answer? So obviously we've got our x values being 1 over 4, its corresponding y value being 3, and then we've got x being 1, and then its y value being negative 2. So let's see. Are you guys getting a difference or the same answer? Mm. So, okay. Okay. Goodest. Um, okay. Um, There's this one that I'm going to give it to you, and then you work it out. In this instance, you therefore let me know uh, what answers you are getting. So we've got y that you plus it with 7, which is equals to 2x. Remember guys, this is you in exam, you don't know what's coming, but this is now what you are having. You might not need to panic, but just remember that yes, this is it, honorable members. Remember guys, this serves as revision. You will definitely come across this in your upcoming exam, so you might need to make sure that you study to understand and not to forget and practice. So there is the problemo. Work it out and let me know what is it that you are getting as your final answer. Let's see, honorable members, are you winning there? How is it coming along? Are you getting it correct or still working on it? Me, I'm enjoying my biltong, honorable members. I'm shouting. The biltong of a remain. Going all right. Okay. I'll just be I'll just be waiting for a further answer. Uh, what is the answer, guys? Still working on it. Mm-hmm. And this will be the last one. Um, okay, okay. Can you guys take a screenshot of that? And this will therefore be the homework for you. Die homewerk. Is het die huiswerk? Hier. Ik denk is die huiswerk voor jou. So guys, I'm about to sign out, honorable members, on my side, with an assumption that you will work it out, and I'm definitely going to need those answers, honorable members. So ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you very much for joining. Name starts with letter D, and guess what? Sengiyaphuma manje. Song Bros, I see you've got 6 and 5, -1 and -9. Okay, we'll verify that. So guys, a very good night, honorable members. Sengphumile manje, ngifuna ubaleka. Ngibaleki.